Hey, what's happening? Matt Lights here. I'm so excited to take you on a little bit of a tour of Automator AI. We're super proud of this thing. I'm going to show you exactly what it can do for your business, tell you how this is different than anything you've used in the past. And by the way, my guess is you've probably used other technology in the past. If so, don't worry about it. We all have. So we're going to talk about, a little bit how this is different. And you're going to see, we're going to make an ebook in a matter of minutes. We're going to launch a funnel. You're going to see how this thing is really going to help take your business to the next level. The first thing I want to point out is when you log in, our team is here to help you and support you. And I'll tell you all the ways that you can get help in just a little bit. But one of the things you're going to notice is we've got a few sort of step-by-step processes. Because if you've ever, bought one of these technologies before and been like, oh, what do I do next? Where do I go? Just know that we've built in a lot of really cool stuff. So, any system that you use, for example, is always going to have setup. So instead of, just having you guess like every other system, what we did is we made the step-by-step thing where you just mark it as complete and then you go to the next one. Right? And you just go step by step and it'll actually take you through so you always know what to do. But with that said, beyond this, and let's just kind of go back here and go to the dashboard. What I really want to help you understand are the three major reasons that this is going to be different than anything else you've ever used. Because to be frank, we've built this on top of existing technology. Like if you've seen I've seen, CRM systems, like we didn't build all this stuff from scratch. What we did is three things that'll make it different than any other tool that you've ever used. Number one is we built really amazing AI on there. And you already saw some of this. There's also a design hub, which we can go into a little bit more, that really makes your design super easy using AI. But the second reason why this is going to be different than anything else you've ever used is a lot of the pre-built stuff that we've built into this thing. So just imagine, instead of having to start from scratch with funnels or websites, or building out your automations, just imagine that we've built, and not just any, template kind of stuff, like bot builders quality stuff into this, the stuff that we know works and converts. And then number three, and probably the most important, and I'll just kind of draw your attention to this over here, is that we know that it takes more than good technology in order to make money. And let's just be completely blunt about this. It's not like, oh, technology would be a good thing. The first thing you have to remember, and just keep this in mind as you're evaluating this tool, is that if you want a business that grows, you need technology that works. And even if you've had, good funnel building systems and email marketing systems, if all of those things, number one, were all fragmented and you didn't know how to put them all together, this is all literally everything you need, fully integrated, and it just works. But probably the most important thing of that is that you actually use it. So if you've bought other technology that's sitting there, just guess what? That's sunk cost. Doesn't matter. And that's why the third and probably the most important thing about Automator AI that's unlike any experience you've ever had is that we actually help you. All right. So when you come into the support hub, you'll see that we've got, basic support, including our article libraries, and you can send messages, and we've got a live chat down in here by my head. My head won't be in your, when you log in, you won't see my head, hopefully. But the advanced support is really what makes this thing special. So whenever you do start your subscription, whether that's monthly, yearly, whatever, you'll be able to get a one-on-one onboarding with one of our Automator AI specialists who's actually going to take you through this, show what you need to know, and actually help to set up some of these things. Yes, you could do it on your own, but our team is going to help you out as well. In addition to that, every day, Monday through Friday, we've got 2 live office hours on Zoom. So you can get on if you've got any questions, if you want to learn. Just know that it's not one of those experiences where you have to pick up a phone and wait on hold or wait back for an email. We do have email support. It's lightning fast. We usually try to get it within an hour, maybe 2 hours. But we also want to get on with Zoom and actually help you out. And then last but not least, we also have a live weekly training. This is with our number one trainer who gets on and just really shows you how to master this thing to maximize your revenue, right? So that's what this is all about. It's all about leads. It's all about sales and about creating predictability in your business. So when you hear us say we've got your back, this is a company value at Bot Builders we take very, very serious. Okay. So with that said, let's kind of just go up here to the dashboard. This obviously will be customized to your business. It is important to know that at Bot Builders, we run our company on Automator AI. So what's good about that is every time that we make improvements to the system for our own good, it's also going to benefit you. So instead of kind of being on your own with your technology, now you're going to be in alignment with us. We're about to hit the Inc. 500. I'm sorry, the Inc. 5000 for the fourth year in a row. So needless to say, we know how to use these technologies to grow. So what I want to do is just kind of start out by giving you just a real quick tour, and then we're going to go into some of the AI features. The most important thing from the get-go is to not get overwhelmed. Okay, this does everything that you're going to need. Literally, this can replace like about $2,000 worth of tools with one small monthly payment or one small annual payment. And you've got one login. It's going to simplify your life. But at the same time, you look at all of this stuff, it's just going to be like, whoa. Just remember, we're going to take this one step at a time and just focus on the things that matter most. And if you need help, we've got your back. Okay. I met the partnership director of Google years ago, and he said, Matt, you got to design your stuff like a Swiss Army knife, because normally you just use the knife or a few of the, but sometimes you need a wine opener. And when you want a wine opener, you want a wine opener, right? So just know you don't have to use all these things, and don't let it overwhelm you. And we'll go through all of these, but here's what I want to do is I want to just zoom out for a second. And I want to show you, this is, no matter what kind of business you're in, again, this is all about leads. It's all about sales, and it's all about creating predictability. So no matter what traffic sources you have, and we're going to give you some, really cool tips. Again, the marketing AI and the design AI inside of this tool are going to help you with every single one of these steps, including the traffic. Okay. So we've made this AI powered as much as possible. But what you're always going to want to do is you're going to have some sort of lead page where you're capturing a lead. And on this lead page, you're going to want to have a lead magnet, meaning something that is going to entice people to give you their contact information, to give you their email, to give you their phone number. You might have done this with us. Maybe that's how you ended up in our world. I'm not sure. But just know all of these steps, we've pre-built them for you, and they're completely customizable, and they can be enhanced with AI as well. Okay, so that's always going to be your first step, is having a lead page, and we'll go through that. And then you're going to have some sort of monetization page. So you're going to have a sales page if you're selling a product. You're going to have an appointment page, if you have maybe coaching or consulting or something that you sell by appointment. And then a webinar page, which is what we usually do. And this is sort of our bread and butter at Bot Builders. We do a lot of webinars. But one of these three pages are going to be the thing that you send people to, after you collect their lead. And then after that, you're always going to want to have some sort of upsell page, something to maximize your sales. Okay. And I'm going to talk to you here in just a little bit. If you're watching this and you're going, well, Matt, I don't even have a product or service. The good news is I'm going to tell you how you can potentially make Automator AI your product and service, and maybe even make up to 50% recurring commissions on that. Okay. So this is the general pattern, and obviously it's going to vary depending on what your business is, and how you make money. But no matter what you do, one of the most important pieces and why we do what we do so well is we really nail the automated follow-up. Okay. And we're going to go through each of these steps and really show you how this tool can help you and how it can all be powered by AI. And when we get done, if you need a product or service, we're going to show you how this could potentially be the thing that you're looking for. Okay. So with that said, let's go ahead and jump back over here into Automator AI. And the first thing I want to draw your attention to, let's go over here to marketing AI. Okay. So if you remember, what was the first step? The first step was a lead page, but you need a lead magnet. You need something, cool and sexy so that you can grab people's contact information. And when you're in here, we're in the marketing AI section. Okay. And by the way, we've licensed a lot of these technologies. So just know that, our team is less than 50 people. The software that you're in costs millions and millions of dollars to develop. What we did is we built the AI custom because we're really good at AI. And in fact, this isn't just AI, it's what we call hybrid AI. So imagine all of these things. If you want to write books, articles, advertisements, email copy, funnel copy, text messages, just know that this isn't just AI. This is taking my marketing brain and, not to brag, but between ourselves and clients, I've sold almost $100 million in products and services. So I know how to write advertisements better than AI. So I program the AI in such a way that it produces better results than a typical AI tool would use. But let's just, for example, and just so you know, everything that you do in this system is always going to be step by step. Like if you're ever like, oh, where do I go? Well, I'll just click on create. All right. And then write for me. Okay. What do I want to write? Okay. Well, I want to write an email. All right. Well, all right. What do I want? I want a single email or an email sequence. Okay. All right. What kind of email sequence do I want to write? A welcome sequence. And then you just literally go step by step and answer questions. You don't have to write prompts. You don't have to do any stuff like that. I mean, it's literally just all step by step by step. It's like you really can't get lost. So let me show you probably what I think is one of the cooler features. Let's write an ebook. Okay. Remember what this is a lead magnet. This is something that you're going to give people to generate the lead. I don't know if you've ever tried to write your own ebooks. Take some time. So let's click on lead magnet. Okay. And then you just go step by step. What's the general subject of this ebook? Let's say AI for lead generation. Who's the audience? Say small business owners. What problem are you trying to help solve for the reader? They are bad at technology, need leads to grow their business. Okay, desired outcome. We'll say hire our company hires to do AI consulting. Any specific points would have included? AI does not need to be difficult. We'll say you can use Automator.ai and not need to learn prompt engineering. Okay, name the author, Matt Lights. That's me. Hello. Give some background. Super handsome. Fact. Desired tone. Say fun and professional. What's call to action at the end? We'll say join our free webinar. Okay. Select the title for your book. Lead Magic. Unleash AI for growth. And we got plenty of options here. Obviously, you can write your own if you want. I kind of like the first one. Cool. Finalize chapter contents and outlines. Why AI, your lead generation secret weapon. So basically, it's just laying out all taming the tech, right? Because it knows I'm not good with technology. When to call in the pros, bot builders. Your journey, it's literally following everything that I asked it to. Next, and now it's going to finalize chapter topics. So what it's doing is it's taking all those chapters and it's starting to create bullet points for what it's going to write in each of the chapters. All right. So obviously if you're like, oh, I don't want to talk about this, you could edit it, you could delete it, you could move it up, move it down, whatever it is that you want. Oh, I don't want to talk about this. Totally editable, right? When you click on this book, this is when it gets fun. All right, check this out. It is writing you an ebook. You can see there was 12 chapters, right? 12 chapters over here on the side. And we took all of about maybe 2 minutes with my bad jokes. All right. But this thing, this is a killer ebook. Now, 9,137, perfect length, right? Like substance, got a lot of quality to it. What's it do at the end? It's given, bot builders, given your call to action that you wanted. nailed it. But you might look into this and say, well, this is great, Matt. I like this. But, like, what do I do with this? Well, glad you asked. If you look right up here, and by the way, this has got a few features that I've never seen another one of these tools have. If you wanted to, like, let's just say you're here and like, I don't like this that much. You could click on regenerate, and you could either make specific changes to the existing content. You could say, oh, well, I'd like for you to talk more about this or less about that, right? Or if you wanted to, you could say, completely rewrite this chapter. I don't like this. Just write another one, right? So it's just editing it. Of course, if you want to edit yourself, no problem. I can edit here, right? And then save all my changes as I go along. Okay, so you can edit it, or you can have the AI edit it. Now, here's where it gets fun. Okay, I'm going to go up here, save changes, and I'm going to click on design ebook. You ready for this? Bum, 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 bum. Right, and we're adding new designs all the time, but let's just pick this guy here. This guy looks like fun. All right, and just like that, lead magic, right? Unleashing AI for growth. And guess what? This thing is totally customizable. Oh, I want to add my middle name. Okay, cool. No problem. Okay, let's say I want to, I don't know. I'm going to go over here, look at my table of contents. Done, right? Look at my content over here. Done, right? And we've even left room in here where if you want to add some images, whatever you want to do, you can totally do it. But this thing is ready to rock. Literally export it, download, 38-page ebook you just wrote in 2 minutes. How you like me now? Okay. And again, why are we doing this? Like, this is amazing. I know this is really cool, but just remember, this is because you want to have a lead page and something really. Why have you not generated leads? Well, because you haven't had something that's worth grabbing people's attention, right? And now we've got an ebook, or you've got an ebook called Lead Magic, Unleash AI for Growth, that's ready to go and fully customizable as much or as little as you'd like. Like, let's just say, oh, okay, yeah, this guy's cool, but you know what? I would like to, I think we can do better than this guy. Okay, maybe we should put a different image there, but I don't have an image. Well, okay, let's let AI make an image. All right, so let's say happy, smiling robots. Okay, continue. What style do we want? Okay, let's say 3D animated. No, don't mind if we do. Okay, what do we got here? So this is going to kick out some options. And of course, with this plan, you get like hundreds of AI images that you can generate with this thing. All right, this guy's not bad. Let's go with this guy. I'm going to insert this guy. All right, where do we want him? Let's put him in the foreground or background. Let's say foreground. Okay, now, in all reality, I like this guy a lot. I would never change this guy. He's beautiful. All right, so this guy's like, all right, he's cool, but my problem is it's got all these trees. I don't want trees in my thing. Oh, remove background. Okay, don't mind if I do. We shall see what happens. This is so far so easy, right? And of course, we have all the training videos and everything you need for this. All right, let's get rid of this guy here. We don't want 2 robots. I don't want battling robots. Well, okay. I think we need to. Oops. Let's undo. Gotta love the undo button. All right. Now what we could do is go make them smaller. All right. Let's crop them. Boop. Boop. All right. That's good. Dun, dun, dun. Now, obviously, like, you can play with this as much or as little as you want. I personally don't like to spend even that much time. I'd rather just get this thing out there and start making money. But you see, what's possible with this. Okay. And so far, we've looked at the marketing AI and the design AI. But as you've seen, there's a lot of different stuff that you can do with this tool. Just imagine that you're, using this designer and you're like, oh, I want to make some social media posts or some social ads, or, I'm going to really make my website look nice, or I want some PDFs or some logo. You don't have a logo? You got a logo now. All right. What kind of logo do you want? Let's say by symbol. Okay. What do I want? I want to have a lion logo. Okay, cool. All right. You got a logo within seconds. Guess what? Fully customizable. Like, oh, you don't like the font, you don't like the color, whatever you want to change, you just change it. All right. So we designed this to be as easy as physically possible, powered by AI, but also something that you can utilize to actually grow your business. Because remember, all these features are great, but it's all about how do we generate a lead, right? Turn that lead into a sale, and then turn it into even more money, and then automate it so that we can make even more money. Okay. So let's go back and take a look at this. So if you want to start diving into this just a little bit, and I'm not going to go into some of these things because they've got, we use this for our business, and I don't want you to see, anybody's contact information or whatever. But as you can see, we use the system, quite a bit. I mean, we've got millions of dollars in our pipeline at any given moment. And, so we're really eating our own dog food over here. But this conversations is just where like literally all the conversations that are happening with your people in real time go in here. I think go to calendars. You can see this. So you can just see your calendar, everyone on your team's calendar that you want. And again, maybe you don't use these things. I'm going to show you contacts because, when you generate the lead, what happens with that lead is a big deal. Okay. And let me just show this to you. This is my contact information because I don't want to share anybody else's. But one of the best things about this system, and we run this system off a tool called High Level, okay, is that it's amazing when it comes to contacts. So imagine you got your lead magnet out there, and I'm going to show you the sites in a minute, and you're starting to generate leads, all the information that you can collect on them. And what's amazing is, imagine all the data that you collect is over here. Imagine every conversation that happens. Doesn't matter if it's email, text message, instant messenger, chat. It could be on Facebook Messenger, it could be anywhere. This is all of the communications that have happened in one big stream. Okay. Not only that, you can also see every single action that somebody, so I submitted a 2-step form. I visited this page, this page, this page, all the things that happen in real time. Okay. So this is where we're really kind of getting into the nitty gritty of the different CRM functions, opportunities where you can see people in your pipeline. Again, if you're not ready to use these tools, that doesn't mean that you have to use it. Okay. Like for what we're charging, you could literally just use this or this and totally get your money's worth. Okay. And if you're wondering, well, how is this different than other AI designers? Well, you know how it's different? It's different because we designed it to actually be the things that you need for your business. Like, okay, well, I want to have a nice headline on my website because it's going to help it convert better. I've never seen anybody do this before. Oh, I want a guarantee certificate so I can increase my conversion rate. Great. I want a emblem so I can increase the trust that somebody has in my site. We've really focused on the things that are really going to help you move the needle in your business. Okay. Now, payments, obviously this is an important section for so many reasons. Again, this replaces a lot of tools. If you use like a contract generator, you don't need it anymore. If you make invoices, it'll handle that. Online payments, offline payments, everything is in here. Okay. Again, this isn't going to be for everybody. There are fancier systems out there. Like if your business does 10 million or more and you can afford to pay, a huge team of people, then I would say Salesforce has more capability than this. Costs tens of thousands of dollars a year, but I'm not going to say that this system is the best for everyone. If you're doing, zero, just getting started, $1 million, a couple million, I don't know of a better platform. Okay. Marketing is where you're going to see, all your different stuff. You've got email. This is all of our social posts that are automatically going to be posted for us. Again, I don't want to, focus on all of the features. The two that I do want to kind of put some emphasis on here are sites and automation. Okay. So when it comes to sites, remember that one of the major advantages of working with us on Automator.ai is that we've pre-built so much of the work for you. Okay. So when you get in here, this is our account. You won't have all of this stuff, but what you will have is you're going to have premium funnels by type and premium funnels by niche. Okay, now we don't have every niche in the world, but we've got a lot of big ones. So we got AI, affiliates, we've got Amazon sellers, art and design, coaching, consulting, course creation, you name it. Okay. We've pretty much got you covered. Doctors, e-commerce. And again, are these any good? These are not typical funnels. Okay. And we've got websites as well. Right. When we build stuff, we build it right. This is the stuff that we build for our businesses. And I'll just kind of show you, even if your niche isn't in here, it doesn't matter. Okay. Now, if you've got clients, obviously this is super helpful. But what's great is I think we build in 7 different types of funnels. So we've got, like, for example, appointment funnels and lead magnet funnels, limited time offers, which are sales pages, got quiz funnels, video sales letters, you name it. We've built it in here for you. Okay. Webinar registration. And just to kind of show you the quality of these, let's pick one here. So this is an appointment funnel. I like dollar bill dreams. That caught my attention. Who doesn't love dollar bills? Well, even if you don't live in the United States of America or a country of dollars, we all love dollars. So when you get into our funnels, you'll immediately kind of notice, like, first of all, they're set up out of the box so that they work. And we've even created a cheat sheet here to teach you exactly what you need to do. Now, our team is here to help you and support you, get on office hours with you, whatever, but we wanted to empower you. That's our number one company value here at Bot Builders, is empowered to succeed. Okay, so we wanted to empower you to do what you got to do. There's multiple versions of these pages. Let's just take a look at one of them here. Okay, so you might be looking at this and go, wow, Matt, this is a simple page. This is a simple page. Okay, now it's pretty cool. Look at it. It's got some cool little effects going on, all right? But what's really cool here is that this isn't just a page that's just made by, I hope this does well. This is a design that I've generated. We've got one client that's got a page. Let me give you an example. So I'm going to kind of brag here. All right. We've built a few highly successful funnels for Grant Cardone. Okay. This page has generated, I believe, over 1 million leads. Okay. Now, their team has tried to optimize it, tried to change it, but this exact design, okay, spent buku bucks on ads, generated over 1 million leads. Does this look familiar? Okay, so just know, if it's in here, of course, you can use the other versions. We've got longer versions of the page, all sorts of different stuff, but just know that if it's in here and it's this version A, it's designed to convert. Okay, so if we go back, just to kind of go through this, there's all of these different styles. I think we've got 16 or 18, different designs that you can look at. Find one that, meets your style and just pick it. Okay. So again, we've got funnels, 7 different kinds of funnels. We've got websites. We're building out stores, all sorts of stuff. And the bottom line to this is, if we can make it better for you and make it better for us, we're 100% going to do it. Okay. So lots of other stuff down here, but the only other thing I really want to kind of draw your attention to are automations. So I'm going to just kind of go back here for a minute. All right. So that was a lead magnet page that we looked at. Okay. And I showed you how to build a lead magnet. We built one with AI in a matter of 2 minutes. Okay. We teach you everything you need to know to make this work. The next page is going to be a sales page, appointment page, webinar page, whatever that might be. We do have a webinar platform. I'll show you an example here. Let's see. Okay, so this is an example of a sales page. This is an example of a sales page selling our webinar platform. If you have a desire to do webinars, this is an amazing platform, and anybody who's using Automator.ai, we give you a ridiculously good deal. Okay, so do I know how to sell on webinars? Like, you can be the judge of that. we've now got one client funnel that's over 30 million. I've done multiple of my own that have done well over 10 million. We know what we're doing. So this is just an example of the style of sales pages that we have that are pre-built inside of your system. If you want to buy our webinar platform, you can go to automator.ai/web. But I just wanted to give you an example of what a sales page looks like in our system. If you have an appointment type business, this type of calendar. Just know that it's an amazing calendar system that works really well, and it's already baked into all the funnels, so that's super easy for you. This is, by the way, when I told you that you can get extra help, whenever you get started with us, whenever your subscription kicks in, you can get a one-on-one onboarding call where we actually get on with you, show you what you need to know, what features are important to you, and then how to start setting up your system. Okay. You can do it yourself, just following the step-by-step, but we just, our number one thing over here, we call it legendary support. We're all about supporting you and helping you. Okay. So to go back to this, we looked at lead pages. Those are examples of sales and appointment pages. Okay. We've got an upsell page. I'll talk to you more about this in just a minute. But the next thing I want to talk to you about is this automated follow-up. So this is really the secret to succeeding in business today. If you don't have automated follow-up, it's tough to compete. It really is. This is why we win in a crowded marketplace, because we follow up in ways that other companies don't. Okay, so to go back to Automator AI, okay, again, a lot of stuff, but we're going to put our attention right now into this section called automation. Okay, now, when you think of all of these pieces, okay, and I know this is a lot, the good news is we're going to take it one step at a time. If you look at this and you're getting in any way overwhelmed, I want you to remember this. It's not a matter of whether you should have technology or maybe technology would help. You cannot compete, you cannot grow in today's market. If you want a business that grows, you need technology that works. Okay, and all of these systems are going to have, not all of these systems will have all of these features, but if you didn't have all these features, what you need to do is try to integrate all this stuff, which gets even more complicated. We've tried to really make this everything step by step by step. Oh, what do I do? Okay, well, you just launch a guided tour, you go step by step. Hey, I need help. Okay, cool. I'm going to get on the daily office hours and ask for help. But one of the things that we've pre-built to try to save you a lot of time are workflows. Okay, now really wrap your head around this. This is a big learning lesson if you're new to this kind of stuff. What a workflow is a workflow is the automated system that makes all of these pieces work together. Okay, so when you look at this, all of this automated follow-up, all ran by workflows. Okay, so what we've done is we've not only pre-built these workflows for you, but we've also connected them so everything is pre-integrated and works together right out of the box. Okay, so you'll see there's ones for online sales, there's ones for administration, that do things like contact us forms. Oh, and by the way, we took so many little liberties, right? For example, you come here. Normally, when you have to set these systems up on your own, you have to figure out like, oh, I have to add a contact us form or terms and conditions or privacy policy. Guess what? We already did this stuff for you. We created a contact us form for you. If somebody submits it, it sends it to your email inbox, fully customizable. We wanted this to just work for you out of the box. We've saved you, I can't even tell you how many hours that we've put into this, okay? Because we know, I've been there. If you're sitting there going, man, this is a lot, guess what? It was a lot for me too. It took me years to make my first dollar in business. And that's why I knew when we put out an all-in-one sales and marketing platform, we had to have the best system at the best price with the best support. Okay. Because if I need technology to have a business. If you don't have technology, you don't have a business, or you've got an old business that's going to be fighting just to stay in the game. Okay. You can make money without technology, but if you want to grow, right, you need technology that works. And I just knew that whenever we brought this to market, that we had to have the best price, we had to have the best system, and we had to have the best support. And I believe that we've achieved all of those. Okay. So to go back to workflows, just remember that workflows are the things that make it all work together. So one of the things that we've done, and we've kind of really given you our sort of our playbook, is we built what we call a new lead incubator. So just imagine that every single lead that comes into your world is going to get an automated follow-up that is going to warm them up, get them to know about you and your business, and sell them as much as you possibly can. Okay. And that's what we've done with this. So when you click on this, okay, now I'm going to save, we've got a training video that teaches you how to do this. Okay. But what I want to do is I just want to show you this and let you know how this is different than anything else that you've ever seen. Okay. Now, when you look at this, the good news is it's all pre-built. All you've got to do, and we teach you exactly how to do it, is just edit the emails. They're pre-written so that you've got something in there, so at least it works. But of course, you're going to want to make it special for your business. How do you do that? Well, you use the AI, of course, and the AI will write you a pretty killer email sequence because it's made with hybrid AI, and I've trained it how to write a welcome sequence that's actually effective. Okay. But just know that this automation, you can set this whole thing up in a fraction of the time that it would take you to do it on your own. And again, if you need to get on office hours, we have done for you services if that appeals to you, whatever it is. But you need technology to grow, and we wanted to make it the best technology possible at the best price with the best support. All right. So just to kind of go back here real quick, there's a lot more stuff. Don't worry about all the details. It's a Swiss Army knife, right? Use the things that matter most. Who doesn't want to use the wine cork, right? Not everybody, I guess. But so when we come here, just know that we've got a training center where you can learn what you need to learn. And we've also got this button here, which I showed you, and I just want to remind you of, which is the support hub. Okay, so when you're with us, the number one thing is just making the decision. We assign you a business advisor here in my building in Phoenix, Arizona. Hopefully they've already reached out. If not, I'm sure that they will be, because we want to make sure you have that direct connection. And in addition to support, of course, you can just send us a message anytime you want. You can look at the article library. We're adding new video training all the time, right? But as soon as you get started, make sure that you click on this one-on-one onboarding, okay? And that you're just visiting us on these office hours anytime that you want. We actually put out a monthly newsletter that we call Automator.ai Monthly. Why? Because we're putting out so many new awesome features every single month. And not just features, we're also coming up with new and exciting ways to help you convert more leads, to help you convert more sales, and to make your life even easier. So with that said, that was the magical mystery tour of Automator AI. I'm sure there's lots of stuff for you to explore, but I just want to remind you, like, no matter what tools you've used, they might be great, but it's all about getting real results with technology. And to do that, you've actually got to use it. Okay. And what's going to help you use it are things like these step-by-step processes, or things like this advanced support. And just knowing that this thing is powered by AI, but it's backed by real people. We do care for you. We want you to succeed, and we've got your back. So with that said, Matt Light signing off. And remember, we're in this together. Take care.